What's up, everybody? 32 Icon here. I hope that you guys are doing well. I'm doing well myself. Please go ahead and like and subscribe if you haven't already. In good faith that I'm going to continue bringing you great content. Oh, and I'm just another YouTube personality, so take what I say with a grain of salt and do your own research, okay? All right, so today we are reviewing the FN 509 Midsize. All right. And the Glock 48. Now, you're probably wondering why I'm comparing these two. Because I want to. And everything's comparable, in my humble opinion, of course. All right, and spoiler alert. I'm comparing two firearms, so chances are I might have a little bit of shooting footage in this video. Just saying. All right, I'm done. I'm gonna let that go. All right, so let's get into it. First of all, the 509. All right, listen, I already did a review on it, so I'm not gonna go over everything. I'm just kind of gonna go over the overall things that I think is important when comparing two firearms. So what I like about the 509 was that it had very nice serrations, front and rear, that did not pinch your fingers or did not disrupt the skin on your finger when you needed to rack the slide. Okay, it's a little top heavy in comparison to the Glock, all right, which is a little thinner frame, so it is a little top heavy, but for the most part, it handled that recoil like a champ. All right, the sights were okay. All right, these are luminescent sights. It does have the squared edge there if you need to manipulate it off of yourself or something else nearby. So I did appreciate that. These sights will illuminate at night if they've been charged during the day, but they're not traditional night sights. All right. The grip of the 509 seems really rough and aggressive. Listen, I didn't have any problem shooting this gun. I didn't have any problems with irritation, and my skin is pretty sensitive. So I really enjoyed it. The trigger is a little different now. The trigger is pretty good. When comparing it to the Glock trigger, I thought the Glock 48 was a little better. So, of course, this gun is empty, but let me just show you real quick, because again, you can see it on my other review. Here we go. A little bit of take up, some slack there. At the wall, audible and tactile. All right, once it gets to the wall, there's no more travel. It's just a break. Now the reset goes out a little further than I would like. So I shot the Glock first, and then when I started shooting this, I struggled a little bit with the reset because the reset is a little further out. Okay, a little further than I would like. All right, so here is the 48. Again, it's empty. All right, let's see, get that close. All right, let's take up to the wall. Pretty good, nice tactile, audible. Here we go with the reset. Pretty short. So I did enjoy shooting the 48 when it comes to the trigger over the FN, but we know that the Glock has front serrations and rear serrations. I have a Arachna grip on here that the company sent me with my logo. I don't know if you guys can see it. Well, kind of a logo, but. And this Arachna grip works wonders when I'm shooting and I'm charging that slide. But overall, the Glock 48 was just better to hold. Now, of course, it's slimmer. It's more for, I guess, self-defense purposes. Whereas the 509 can be more of a bedside pistol, definitely a duty pistol. It obviously has a little more girth to it, so it's more built for battle. Whereas the 48 is more built for self-defense. Okay, it may be a bedside pistol as well, but definitely self-defense, more of an EDC, I would say. There you go, EDC. Now, the FN, of course, is special to me because it has ambi controls, right? So the slide lock is on both sides. the mag release is on both sides, okay? The takedown pin is on this side, but at that point, if you're taking it down, it's not a big deal. Whereas on the Glock, of course, you know, the slide release is just on this side, and it's not on this side, but the mag button, the mag release button, can be switched around. Do I want to take the time to switch it around? No. I don't like that, but it's something that I had to adjust to being a lefty in a right-handed world. I meant to mention the sights on here. Okay, those are Ameriglow sights with the blacked out rear and the bright orange front post with the tritium in it. You'll see when I'm shooting that I shot the 48 a little better, actually, and having big hands and this being a thinner pistol and a thinner frame overall, I thought that I would struggle with this in comparison to the 509. I thought I would do a little bit better, but it seems that I shot better with the Glock 48 and it just felt more comfortable. There's going to be a point in the footage you will see I tried to zoom in to the target, and there was a lot of vibration going on, and a lot of people were shooting different calibers and such. So I zoomed in, and it's on the 509, and initially I didn't shoot it very well. A lot of my shots were going off to the right, but then when I zoomed in and started shooting in the middle, you'll still see it's a little to the right, but I'm shooting pretty accurately right down the middle of the target for the most part. But you'll see the camera shaking. I'm sorry about the shakiness because the tripod was up on the bench, and of course with the vibrations it was shaking the camera. But I kind of wanted you to see where I was hitting, because at one point I didn't even know where I was hitting until I started shooting more rounds. So I was like, oh, okay, there we go, and I'm a little off to the right. But for the Glock 48, I was pretty accurate with shooting in the middle of the target. Again, the target's about, I don't know, 10 yards or so out, which is sufficient for self-defense. I like to shoot further out, but usually if I'm shooting still, because when you shoot further out on paper, it does show you where you're landing so that you can make the corrections, but it's just not as fun. So typically if I'm shooting on paper, I like to shoot a little closer. But anyway, listen, overall, you cannot go wrong with either firearm. If you're looking for self-defense, okay, something to carry, EDC, maybe bedside pistol, the Glock 48 is great. Now, even if you have big hands, again, I have long fingers, but the Glock 48 fits very well for me. It doesn't have those finger grooves in there, so I don't have to worry about filing those down. I can just get the right grip, and I don't have to worry about my fingers, whether they fit the finger grooves or they don't, and trying to adjust when I go ahead and draw. It's just too much. So I do appreciate the Glock 48 for what it gives to the EDC market. The FN, again, you can use this as an EDC, but it's primarily, I think, more efficient with the duty gun. Maybe the full size would be a little better because it has that longer grip. But you can use this as a duty. You can definitely use it as a bedside pistol. And of course, you can carry it. I don't have a scale here, but literally, just putting this in my hand, this weighs a lot more than the 48. So if you're going to be carrying this, you know, it is going to be a little heavier, but if you plan on carrying it in the summer, you may have to worry about a little bit of printing because it's wider, there's more girth on there, whereas on the 48, it's thinner, okay? If you're carrying it in the winter, no problem at all, it will work beautifully for you. All right, listen, you can't go wrong with either one. I like them both. I'm definitely shooting them and carrying them, but this summer, I said it in another video, I will be carrying the Glock 48 because it just absolutely fits my needs and it is perfect for the summer for me. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video as well as the shooting footage, and treat one another with kindness, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Peace.